What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be reviewing the Daron Realtoy TED part of United A320. This video is another one of my video remakes, which is just where I remake some of my older videos to give a more in-depth and better review of the model. So, I actually do have 3 total of the TED A320s, but all of them I do have for different reasons. So, the original video that I had filmed around 2 years ago of the TED A320 review, I was using my first TED A320 model, which I had gotten, which this model, I ended up getting another one to replace it, pretty much because this model ended up being one of the defective models for the TED A320. So, the first bit of information about this particular model is that lots of the TED, or quite a few of the TED A320s, were known to be defective, which pretty much just means for this model in particular, the ink on the stickers would usually rub off really easily, so which made I guess the stickers on it relatively fragile. So you couldn't really do much with it, which is the case for the model that I ended up getting. I know a few other collectors that have TED models that are like this, and I just think it's too much of a coincidence that it's specifically the TED A320 that has the ink on the stickers problem. So, I'm not completely sure if some of these models were defective, but considering that there are 3 known models that I know of that have this defect on it, or that have the same incident happening, I do think that some of these models might have been defective, but most of them should be relatively good, like the other 2 TED A320 models that I have. Another thing that could be wrong with the defective model, it might have been left near in the sun for too long, which that is known to wear out the stickers and make the ink rub off and dry out and rub off really easily. So, I still don't completely know, but that's just kind of one of my theories of it. But so anyway, moving on to some of the other actual information about this model. So this model was originally made sometime around 2009 and was distributed only as a single plane. It was available most likely on board flights and in small shops and possibly airports. TED Airlines was a part of United. It was United's divisional airline, one of United's divisional airline brands that served as a low-cost airline from 2003 to 2000 until it went bankrupt in 2009. And it is very similar to pretty much Delta's Song Airlines, which they do have which Daron and Realtoy did make a Song A757 model, which definitely ties in really well with the TED A320, considering both of them are the low-cost airlines that were owned and operated by a major airline. So TED, part of United, pretty much comes from the last 3 letters of the United Airlines name, and also you can see the livery design for the TED A320 model pretty much resembles the tulip livery of the United Airlines livery design. So all 3 of my TED A320s I had gotten off of eBay, and the one over here on the far left I actually was my one of the cheapest models I had ever gotten in my collection, which I think I got it for around between $6 and $10. I had actually gotten this model for free shipping, so which was one of the cheapest models I've ever gotten. And it is possible to get a rare model for a very cheap price, but you just have to be looking at the right place and the right time. And the same can't be said for the model that I have that I consider to be the defective model, because this model I had gotten for around like $60 to $70, and that was when I was first starting collecting, and I didn't really know how much value was for particular rare models. I just saw that, oh look, it's a rare plane, I want to buy it, without thinking of the value of it. The TED A320 is a very good example of a Daron model that is considered as extremely rare when it actually isn't. I consider an extremely rare model as something that you rarely would never find on eBay, and is something that if you do find it on eBay, it's like a once-in-a-lifetime deal. That is what I would consider to be an extremely rare model, such as the, for example, the PIA 777 I have, or the Cyprus Turkish. Those are models that are very hard to find, and everyone is able to find some sort of very rare model at some point in time. You just have to be looking on eBay, the right place and the right time. I just usually look on eBay about once every day or so, just to be sure and try to see if I can find anything. And it does take a while to end up finding something, but of course, when I had found the first TED A320 I gotten, it was the first time I saw it, and since when I started doing my research on the Realtoy models during COVID in 2020, I always thought the TED model was an extremely rare model that was sort of a once-in-a-lifetime deal. But you can actually find a TED A320, I would say once every few months or so off of eBay. Usually actually the TED models are usually not listed for a very high price. The highest price I've seen for one was the one I had gotten at around $60. So even the new condition one that I have here that I have not opened, and I will be keeping this model new condition. This one I got for around $25. So usually they're not listed for very high prices, which is a very good thing. Same cannot be said for the Song models. Usually whenever I see the Song 757, it's usually listed for a high price. So anyway, that pretty much is all for the information about these models. So for the review, I will start off with going over the box of the new condition model, and then I will get into the review of the actual model. So starting off with the review of the box, one of the most notable things on the TED Airlines box is the United Tulip Airlines logo on the top right corner, which is the exact same design that is on the tulip livery of the 747. Both of them do have the same exact design pattern on the top right corner, which the only difference is, of course, the TED Airlines has the yellow color to it rather than the blue, but is one of the most notable things to compare between it being for TED being part of United, and also, I mean, it says part of United right there underneath it. So, and then on the top of the box, there is the very notable classic TED letters displayed across the top, and then part of United displayed right underneath it, and then die-cast metal, new livery designs, and plastic parts. And then the same exact thing for the TED, part of United, the title there on the top of the box. And it actually does have the original sticker for when this model was, this model was probably most likely purchased inside like a small shop, since it does have the original price sticker on it, and the sticker is actually in really nice condition, and it looks like it like almost was just bought out of the store like not that long ago, even though this model was probably around 14 years old now, however long ago 2009 was. And on the sticker is the TED single plane with the item number, and the original price for the model was $8, which is actually cheaper than what they are now. Now the single planes are usually around $15, and those are the original prices of the playsets. So, and then on the inside of the box, on the cardboard piece that the plane sits on, has the TED part of United displayed there on the inside as well. And then on the bottom, there is the old Daron logo, die-cast metal, new livery designs, and plastic parts. Same exact thing displayed on both of the sides. And then the favorite part about this is the boxer image, which is relatively simple between the airport, vehicles. And then the TED A320 aircraft displayed on the back there. And then TED, part of United, die-cast metal, new livery designs, plastic parts. Same thing down there, the usual stuff down there with the TED is a trademark of United Airlines, which that is actually something I guess would be a little different than what is usually on the boxes. Then there is the manufactured by Realtoy International, Hong Kong, and then the old Daron logo. And then the QR code scanner on the bottom. So before I do the review of the actual model, I did want to do a quick comparison between the TED box, or the TED A320 and the Song 757, because I really do think both of these models look really nice together. Between the color pattern, between the yellow and the green, and also because both of them are the only two low-cost airlines in the U.S. that were owned and operated by two major airlines, since Song was operated by Delta and TED was part of United. Both of the boxes on both of these models, I think they look really nice together. With the simplicity of the TED box and with the little yellow pattern, and then the beautiful box art design for the Song 757 with nice green and blue color patterns. I just think both of the boxes look really nice together, especially with the box art designs on the back with both of the aircraft. I think once again, I think they just look really nice together, and I'm really glad to have both the boxes. This is pretty much one of the main reasons why I only wanted to have the new condition ones of these, specifically just because they look so nice together. And even with both of the models as well, I think it makes them look even more well, pretty much like they were made to go together. And there might have actually been a reason why Daron made these models to begin with, or made both of them at least. So I think both of these models were pretty much made to be together in the same set. And something that's actually kind of, I guess might be a coincidence, as most listings that I see that have a TED A320, usually the seller that is selling the TED model usually has a Song 757 included in the listing. So it's almost like whenever you have a TED A320, you always would have a Song 757, or if you have a Song 757, you usually would have a TED A320. So one of the only things I could say about these about the Realtoy models is that these I feel like are the main two models that were pretty much made to go together. So pretty much is all for the comparison between the Song 757 and then the TED A320. Since I did not do that in my last review video, and I just kind of wanted to do that now. I might have done that in the review of the Song 757. I did review that model a couple months ago. I hadn't done an actual review video of that because I hadn't done one yet. So now getting into the review of the model. So TED A320 is such a really nice model, really nice detail on it, and once again, I'm really glad that Realtoy made them, since they are the only two low-cost airlines that were operated and located in the U.S. that were operated by major airlines. So TED A320 up at the front starts with the A320 cockpit windows on the Realtoy A320 molds. Then a nice big bold navy blue lettering is the TED logo design up at the front of the fuselage. And then there are the nice navy blue engines on both sides. The tie-in really nice with the TED logo design. Kind of basically looks like it was designed to have the front half of the navy blue, and then the back half, starting with the winglets, to have the nice yellow color to it. I'm not exactly sure why. I've always kind of wondered why United chose this particular color pattern between the blue and the yellow. I kind of know why the blue, because it's kind of what United's main colors are blue, but I'm not really sure why the yellow. But it does look really nice together, I really think. And then there is the Airlines logo located right there on the top, right by the registration number, if you can see right there. And then the registration number on this model actually is a real registration number that was on an actual TED A320. I think that it is still used on United Airlines A320, just was repainted to have. It's still in the current Continental United Airlines livery. And then the registration there, which is N465UA with the American flag beside it. And then part of United displayed there on the bottom with the United Airlines logo right there. And then the cabin doors located there on the front part of the fuselage towards the cockpit, and then the emergency doors in the middle, and then on the rear door on the back. And then the classic United Airlines tulip livery on the yellow tail design. I'm not sure if the color, it looks like the color does seem to be a little different between what's showing up on camera and what actually is in person. In person, the model is slightly more of an orange-yellow color than what appears to be that I'm looking at through my phone. Through the video, it looks like it's more of a basic plain yellow, but in person, the color of the tail is actually more of an orangey yellow. It kind of fades into having the The nice bright color fades into having a more very lighter whitish version of it at the top. And the main difference between the logo design on the TED model, between the actual design, the livery design for the tulip livery, it's pretty much just, apart from the color, it's just zoomed in a little bit more than it actually is on the tulip livery. So, but that pretty much is all for the review for the TED A320. So I just want to give another little close-up there of the model. Once again, this is definitely one of my favorite models in my collection, and it was one I was trying to get for a little while when I had started collecting. I was really happy to get it. Like I said earlier, this isn't a very extremely rare model, so if you do want to get one, it will be kind of tricky to find, but if you just look, if you try to look often for it, and if you're determined to try to find this model and add it to your collection, it is such a nice model to add to any Daron toy collection. And I know I say this a lot in most of my videos, but I definitely would suggest getting this model if you see it, because it definitely is a very nice model. Along with the Song 757, both of these models I do feel like were made to go together. So if you have one in the collection, I would definitely be on the lookout for the other, because they both look really great together in the collection, and just makes them both look kind of complete. Rather than them having a playset, they kind of have both of each other. So, kind of sounds like a High School Musical quote. But, so anyway, that is pretty much all for today's review video. So thank you all so much for watching, and remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.